Hello everybody, my name is Joe Guy and welcome back to Subnautica. Let's keep listening.
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
Looks like they discovered either an ion cube or a purple tablet. Considering that we found a purple tablet in one of the habitats, I think the answer is fairly obvious. They knew about the alien life. Good for them. What's that down there? Huh. I don't know, but now that it's morning, let's go down. I'm going to nip down into that water. As much as it pains me to plunge head first into the sea monster territory. Huh. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, first of all, checking. We're nice and high up. Cannot believe this place is floating. That's insane. Up. And down. Let's try to get a couple scans of something. Ooh, ancient floater. Lovely, lovely. A Gru cluster, which I can't scan for some reason. Very curious. Let's get close to one of the blue ones. Oh no, they're the same. Maybe they're lighting up like that as a defense mechanism. First of all, let's look down. That's one hell of a drop. I say drop, there's not even really the right word for it, is it? Coral shell plate? I don't know. Wow, this whole place is floating. I mean, we sort of knew that was a possibility from when we first saw that island. I actually forget. No, it was my PDA that told me. Who I've just realised that I'm now thinking of as Fee from Skyward Sword. I'm watching a playthrough of Skyward Sword at the moment, so I guess it just got in my head, so I was just thinking of that as a less repetitive and annoying version of her. Let's not call her PDA Fee. I don't think we have a name for it yet, except Mum. Which will do. Alright, where am I? I'm kind of disorientated. Bit down there, but it doesn't look like there's anything worth scanning. You know, despite the size of this place, there hasn't actually been that much to scan. Okay, here's the way up again. What I want to do, I want to find, and I don't know why this didn't occur to me before, I want to find the place, one of the growth places again. Because... Ow. We are probably going to need samples of the watermelon, etc. There's another one over there. Oh, that's the sunbeam, Mount Sunbeam. I'm gonna take a swim. Wow, gorgeous. For literally the sake of just dipping my head so I don't forget what the water feels like. I mean, like, just masses of empty space really freak me out like that. So to expose myself to is a little bit. I think that's like an actual phobia, which I may actually have, because it's kind of an irrational fear. Like clear lines of sight on all sides. Which is interesting because maybe this will get a little personal. It's not really though. So I'll just tell you the hell with it. I think I know which side of the island I'm on actually. So let's explore this direction a little bit. I have this recurring dream. Or very occasionally, when things are kind of going quite well for me, I'll have this recurring dream where I will be on a plane of some kind. In the past, it's been a desert, or like a gravel desert, or like an ice lake, where basically the horizon stretches off in all directions from all sides. Like it's clear lines of sight in all directions, with obviously the ground beneath my feet. And I'll look up in my dream, and there's no narrative or story or anything like that. I'm walking there, and I just look at the clouds. And as I look at the clouds, I examine their shapes and muse on them. Not like fortune telling or anything like that, just looking at the way that nature has shaped certain clouds. And whenever I have that dream, and unfortunately it's rare, it's happened maybe 3 times in my entire life, so it's probably a little presumptive, or maybe even like overly hopeful to call it recurring. It's still one of the... It's still absolutely like the most memorable dream that I have. Oh, feck. I'm in trouble here. Okay, this is a terrible idea. This is absolutely an atrocious idea. Absolutely atrocious. In here, maybe? Huh. I keep finding shit. I'm getting lost, but actually, like, quite pleasantly lost because of the environment. There's a pathway around here. Let's embrace it. So with that in mind, I mean, like, the answer's fairly obvious, but if the open sky in that way relaxes me... It's funny how the absolute open expanse, the depths of the sea, the clear expanse, threatens me so. I think one of the key points of relaxation in my dream is that the ground is beneath my feet. And that the only thing in the sky are clouds. Yeah. Yeah, just a thought. It's just me, or is it getting a bit grey out? Maybe. Nice day though. Aha, here we go. So, take a sample of the marble melon and a couple Chinese potatoes, and that's my inventory full. Muy bueno. God, I really doesn't like this place here. Is there anything else I'm missing? There must just be too much shit in too little area. Wonder if I'm missing a PDA. I probably am. Speaking of, is there any more? Yes, indeed there is. So this is Paul, so it's not Bart. Bart is the son.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degazi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not going to weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
Hate to break it to you, buddy, you're in quarantine. And that's all there is to it. So I'm trying to find my way back in. I know roughly where I came out. And it was sort of like this. Indeed, this looks familiar. This should be my way back. Unbelievable. Yep, there we go. I knew it was roughly there. My sense of direction on land is actually pretty good. Excuse me. They must have known this was here. They can't have spent so long here. Especially Margit, or whatever the hell her name was. I keep forgetting. Margit, or... Fuck, I'm so terrible with names. The Merc, especially with her. She would want to maximize her resources, and yes, I appreciate... I'm not too sure whose side to fall on. Originally, it seemed like Paul was kind of just this pretentious authoritative asshole who just like clung to the old ways of power and authority because that was what he knew and like that was all there is to it. This inflated sense of self-importance, despite circumstances changing in a major way. However, Marquis, like what he said there is sort of right. Like they needed calm, level heads, and Marquis itching for a fight would not have helped matters at all. Oh, we've explored this place now. I'm fairly sure we've explored it in its entirety. While we're still here though, we have a few more things that we've scanned. So let's... An ancient floater. Oh, we can't read that. Biodata suggests these vast floaters have matured in an ingenious symbiosis with the land they've attached to. The attached landmass is raised in the water, increasing sunlight and encouraging plant growth. As older plants decay, organic residues and nutrients seep into the rock and are consumed by the floater. That has got to take centuries for organic matter to seep into the rock. Yeah, these circumstances must have held for thousands of years for a floater to reach this size. Immature floaters are born near the surface from where they sink to the seabed, attaching to any stable surface they find on the way. Oh, wow. Oh, so what, same species? Jeez. Those individuals fortunate enough to attach to a digestible nutrient source will grow in size, thus increasing their buoyancy and drawing whatever they are attached to closer to the surface. In extreme circumstances, a number of floaters may attach to a Leviathan-class life form, forcing it to the surface and effectively asphyxiating it. The body will be consumed over a number of months until eventually dissolving, leaving the floaters free to attach to a new host. Those creatures which successfully raise a landmass to the surface are rewarded with a burgeoning and permanent food supply, allowing them to finally reproduce and begin the cycle again. It's interesting. A lantern tree, a conglomeration of individual lines which rely on one another for structural support, grows exclusively on fertile land. Each vine produces orange, lantern-shaped fruits with minimal nutrition and hydration value. Okay. Edible in an emergency. You know, my thirst flashing is actually is raising my eyebrow a little bit. So you know what we're gonna do? Instead of going back through the portal, we're gonna take a bit of a risk, and we're actually gonna try and head out. We're gonna try and head out via simple land. Old Chinese potato. Can I eat one of those? This actually makes me more thirsty. Nope, that's no good. Head it this way. And we'll just see what's to see. This may be a terrible mistake. But the fact is, we haven't really come here and collected much in the way of samples. I mean, we have, but we can come back here, we know how. Yippee-ki-yay. Clear skies in all directions. Something down there. Did that just land? What's that down there? Oh, it's just the land colouring itself in. Okay. The land loading in. So I think I'm in that mountains region, which sort of terrified me before. Okay, Red House is just 500 meters that way. See shoals of something down there. How luminous. There's that noise again.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Phew. That battle makes me very nervous. I couldn't tell you why. To be amongst the sand sharks again. There's Red House over there. I'm going the wrong direction. Oh, hello, Mr. Stalker. Don't mind me. Inventory full, shoot. It's okay, I should have enough coral sample to survive. There's that dolphin-like noise again, which I still don't know what is. I know I'm terrible. I'm awful. You should eat me. Phew. There's Red House.
30 seconds.
Uncommonly approached from this angle, but a welcome sight nonetheless. Goodness gracious.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Nothing there. Dying of thirst. All casual like. Give me that. See me trudge. Reflecting my current state, actually. I'm a little tired. It's pretty late. I'm not quite done yet today, but I'm pretty close. Lovely disinfected water. It's nom nom nom.
Vital signs stabilizing.
We find ourselves back in Red House. What a journey. You know, whilst I'm here... There we go. It's more like it. So I'm trying this whole let's grab a tooth from a stalker, and it may have just worked. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm certainly hurting for it. A few cuts and bruises, but you know, cha-ching. Let's find one more and try again, because I think that sort of worked. Also, freaking oxygen. What is this down here? What is this glowing? It's a creature egg, of course it is. Stalker, stalker, stalker. Hello, cutie pie. Hello. Pay attention to me. Nibble, 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 nibble. Nibble, nibble. Nibble, nibble, nibble. I need some of that, actually. Yoink. Might as well. See, there we go. Like, you hit it, and then a few seconds later... Oh, hang on. I know. Bye. A few seconds later, you're rewarded with a tooth. So it says. And with it, we may build some enameled glass.
Unless constructed with a specific research task in mind, observatories and other glass modules are imprudent for survival purposes.
No, but they look pretty, god damn it. Somebody mentioned to me that I may have missed an entrance into this building. There's the door over there which says it's locked, but doesn't give me the option to, like,
30 seconds.
Laser cut it or anything. Better go. I don't know, guys. I'm not convinced that there's anything more to see with that wreckage. Had a look at it a few times. You hear that? That, my friends, is indeed the sound of a Reaper. And you hear it here on the outskirts. Looks like they are indeed keen to stick to their territories. How am I doing on space? Nowhere in sight, but us seeing it around the tail of the Aurora was not simply a fluke accident. I wonder how far into the kelp forest it is. Huh. If you can hear it, it can see you. Okie dokie, folky. Red House has once again gone through some minor changes. I've expanded it. So it's not right to call it a fourth iteration.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm quite happy with the shape of it as it is here. Everything on this side is exactly the same, but if we turn this way, we do see that there's additions. Going along here, we'll start to the left. Nice couple of viewing windows here, and then the bedroom with my computer and this stuff, which I'm going to try to...
This is Life Pod 7. Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricator's bust. Requesting assistance. 7 out.
Fair.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Indeed. Yeah, well, that was the radio thing. It was just the life pod thing as we sort of expected. And yeah, the bed here, which is lovely. A nice bar and a single chair. You know, I thought about putting 2 chairs there to make it like complete, but then I realized, you know, what's the point? And also along this corridor here we have another hatch giving us a back entry into Red House. And here we have our final place here. Do I have any more glass? No, I don't have any more glass. This place could use another window, but for now it's fine. It's just a functional little room. Oh boy. After another hour or so of crafting, we're done with our construction project. I'm going to go to bed, both in Subnautica and in real life. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been quite a day of discovery and adventure. Indeed it has. In the next episode, I'm thinking about that big ship on the horizon. But we'll see. There's a few other sundry items we could be getting on with. We shall take it as it comes. I'm considering some structural changes as well. But we'll think about that. See you in the next episode, folks.